Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
You know, mother's job is never done.
Jordan, she's back on live. The historic 980 video. All of a sudden, let's get live into the studio with our host.
What's the Facebook?
Hello, hello, hello. And how are you doing today?
We're on air.
We're on air.
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you.
Oh, well, I cannot hear a thing.
Well, I don't know why. What about you? Can you hear? Can you hear anything? Deacon?
I can.
Oh, see, I can't hear either one of you.
Well, I hear you very well.
Oh.
Yeah, we hear you.
Do I sound good?
Yeah, you speak very articulately.
You know what? Now, you can just turn off that right there. Just turn off that line. Turn it off.
I've been commanded to turn this off.
Because you mess up our numbers when you're trying to do what it already does. You mess up our numbers. So, you follow what I'm saying?
Let's see. Can I hear anything?
Done.
Still can't hear anything.
You know what?
I was just trying to tell them how to
tune in. They just need to go on Facebook and see what's going on.
Yeah, I was doing that.
The host unmuted your mic. That's what it just said. It unmuted your mic. Did you? Everything's going good.
Let's let him. Okay.
Anything to come in and harass.
What's up, Pop?
There they go already.
What's going on?
Holding on by faith. I'm prayerful.
Let me see.
Well, we can hear you really, really, really good. You know, sometimes you have these technical difficulties, but now it's better than being held up by, like black tape, which is.
Here she goes again.
I know why you keep bringing up old stuff.
Well, you know what? We keep hearing her.
Hello, everybody. Remember, you can tune in and interact and speak with us at 478-250-1444. We'd love to have you join us in our conversations.
Absolutely. And we need you to hit that share button. Share.
Okay, Miss Pearlie Tolliver said that she can't hear you, but can you hear us now? Do we sound okay now?
Can you hear us?
Let us know if you can hear us, Miss Pearlie.
Miss Pearlie is on it because Miss Pearlie know about, she know about Valentine's Day.
Does she?
Yeah, she said she can't hear us, and that's interesting. I don't know what Mr. Jackson. Somebody, you know how you be typing a message to Mr. Jackson.
Okay, yeah, I type. You just keep talking.
I just keep talking because I guess we got.
So maybe is she watching us on Facebook?
No, she is. She's actually, she said that she was dealing with us. I think it's audio. I think. So
she's listening.
Okay, hello. We got
so Steve can hear us, Mr.
Hey,
Steve.
How's it going, buddy? So maybe she can hear us now.
What's up, Steve?
I think so.
Yeah.
Look at Pop over there. How are you today?
Well, certainly because Steve can hear us doesn't mean Miss Pearlie can.
We're waiting on her to respond. But how are you doing today?
I don't know, but see, they want to start picking, and I already know.
No, I just asked how you're doing.
So what it is it's like in church. When they say, go to verse and the chapter and verse is, and then they say, if you got it, say amen. But in actuality, they should be asking the people who hasn't gotten it to say amen.
You're so silly. You even got your beard cut off. I'm just saying.
I just trimmed
it. They just trimmed it up. It looks nice.
Yeah, he does.
I've been telling him that since day one. I was like, I like the beard on you. I really do.
Believe me, everybody, this is a big setup.
All right. You know what?
Just take the compliment. You do. It does. It's very distinguished. Women like men with beards. The gray. It looks really good.
I'm just saying.
The worst thing is when they dye it, and when they try to dye it, that is horrible. And I don't know why.
Are you talking about Beijing?
Yes.
I don't know. No, it's just for men.
No, it's Beijing. He knows.
No.
The Beijing is jet black, and it's horrible.
I don't know why, but it's a lot of men out there who think that looking young, and they think if they put that really black shoe polish in their hair, that's what I call it.
Actually, people, when I grew the beard,
Yeah.
they started telling me I look younger.
You do.
You
I'm
know-
telling you, you look like a pop, but you what we call a silver fox. You look like a pop, like a silver fox.
Hey,
It's
and
a setup.
Steve, yeah, we know. Steve is not a setup. I promise you, it's not a setup.
Yes,
But
it
you
is.
know, really and truly, I mean, I see these guys and some women too. They take and put that really black stuff in their hair, and it ages them. It makes them look. It puts like 10 or 20
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, those ladies, instead of just going with the norm,
yeah.
weave or a wig.
You know, and me, I went gray. That's real.
Did he
dirty.
just
He just weave or wig.
I mean, that's the norm for women.
first? I will agree, it has become the norm, which I do not like. But you know, to each his own. If you know they feel like they want to do that with their hair, I think the thing that bothers me the most is it's this whole lace front wig phenomenon. Like I just don't get it. It's like I mean, I'm in the beauty industry, so of course I see it all the time, and it's like
what is that exactly? What do you mean?
I
a
don't
lace
know.
front wig.
Yeah.
But you know what?
So
we can't explain to him in an hour, but just know that they can get baby hair with it.
Oh, I can. You know,
What?
I can give you a 1 minute rundown. A lace front wig is a wig that is wefted or made onto lace. They take this super thin lace and they actually weft the individual hair, so it's a long flowing wig, and they leave a little bit on the edge so that it looks like it's actually growing out of your head, and that's called a lace front. And so they actually cut the hairs really short so they can have the fake baby hair. You've
Yeah.
seen it.
Yeah,
And I talk about it on Facebook all the time, like how I hate the fake baby hair. You are a grown woman. Your baby hairs fell out about 30 or 40 years ago. Let it go.
Let it go. And I tell you, yeah, let it go. Let it go. And
I'm like, why do you have baby hairs at 60? Like, ma'am,
but we were
or at
supposed
40.
we were supposed to trash the people who have to wear the lace front wigs or
I don't think we're trashing them. It's just
well, not really. But what about the eyelashes, the big
the snuffleupagus lashes. And, it's like
The lashes that cross 3 states.
yeah, it's like, every time they close their eyes, it's like a fan and it's fanning you. Yeah.
You know what? And then they think it look cute. Because I figure if you can look at a car, okay?
Mhm.
I mean, like look over like on the side view of a car and you can see the lashes, I think it may be too much.
And I think this is the truth. I think that men need to start telling these women, because I talk, to a lot of my clients, a lot of their husbands and significant others, and they'll be sitting there getting their makeup done, and the husband be like, I don't know why she even doing all this. I done told her she ain't got to do all this.
Yeah.
And so it's like a lot of times the men actually do not want you to have on them snuffleupagus lashes. In their mind, they think that it's just ridiculous, but I don't know if it's their expectations that we're trying to live up to, or the expectations we've put on ourselves.
Steve Bryant has messages, I'm sure, directed at you two ladies.
Yes,
What?
he said you would love my gray beard, 66 years old.
And I would
Send
love
us
to
a
see-
picture, Mr. Steve.
That's right. Put a picture out there so we can see it. Do a selfie. Click.
Yeah, so you could post a selfie. Send us a selfie so we can see that gray beard.
And by the way, and you know what he said?
His wife of 40 years loved his gray.
My husband, I love him.
And somebody told him the first time he wrote, love my gray beard, he spelled it wrong. The second time he spelled it Grey. The first time he spelled it Gray.
You so petty.
You know what, Steve?
He's so see how he do you see we was ignoring that.
Somebody's coaching Steve.
Look, Steve. Okay, how old were you when you started going gray? You said you've been married for 40 years. How old were you when you started going gray?
The first year.
But you know what though, Henry, my
can't stand
Henry.
you.
By the way, and let's give a big shout out to Henry.
Yes,
My friend.
Henry E. Williams,
Absolutely.
attorney at law. We love you. He is our sponsor for this show. He is a wonderful guy. We don't know what he's doing with Brenda, but we love it and we're gonna accept it. And yes,
Yeah, he made me believe in miracles again.
yes, indeed,
Did he
indeed.
really? You so right.
You see how long it took to pick up on that? Bless your heart, Henry. We praying for you every day. Call into the show, 478-250-1444. Again, that number is 478-250-1444. And say a prayer for Brenda.
You know what? He can't call in though because he's babysitting.
Oh,
He's babysitting little Denver,
Oh,
our granddaughter.
cool.
yeah,
And
she's
she wear-
so sweet.
Is that
Is she
the one I
wearing my-
saw him on the Facebook with?
Yeah, well, she wear him
But
out.
that's the way it goes. That's natural. That's the way it's supposed to go.
She
Yeah.
just wear him out, and so she says, I started to fix up her room today, and I didn't quite finish. She says, Grandma, you got a little bit more to do, so there you go. But
That's right. Gotta get it
but,
right.
you know, he's another one that's premature gray. Henry is, and you know he and I love
Wait a minute. You said he's premature gray. How
He
so?
was premature.
Oh,
He's
early.
been
He
great.
grayed
Right,
early.
He grayed early. Then he was using that just for men.
Why'd you?
Well, you know, I did, but he don't.
But
use
he's
it on-
he's a complete silver fox now.
and-
It's
and
very
he-
nice.
and it is very nice. He looks really, really good. And I would tell you that since I went gray, you know, put
Mhm.
my little gray locks in, I get more compliments. Oh my God, you know, you really have nice. You know, it's really, really nice. And I was like, man, if I thought
Well, actually, younger people are dyeing their hair gray.
They are. It's very popular.
Yeah, it's
The
a
great
new
thing
phenomenon.
is very popular.
Mhm.
you know, and I actually, you know,
Okay, he said he was. Steve said he was 25 years old in the Army. He was. He want us to know he's U.S. Army retired. Okay, come on through, Steve. But he was 25 years old when he started going gray. So that's pretty early.
You know, tell Mr. Jackson to get that picture off the thing where it said the host unmuted your mic. You see that across the thing?
If you just just exit out, Brenda.
Hi.
Just click the X.
Oh, I thought it was something he had to mess
Oh,
up on.
Lord. Y'all, please pray for Brenda. Call in 478-250-1444. We will accept your prayers on Brenda's behalf.
Oh, please. Hallelujah. I need to be prayed for. You know,
I wonder if Miss Pearlie can hear us yet.
I agree. Wait. Here we go. I agree with them lace front. Get old and stop. She right. You know, and them eyelashes, she right. Miss, I can't see that name, but
Yes.
they come my eyes.
Darcina.
Darcina right about that.
Does
right.
that say bald at the end?
Yes. BALD with
And-
several exclamation points
By
behind
the
it.
way, and don't you worry about it, because when when you keep on wearing all that stuff, because we're gonna move on to our topic in the show. But when you keep putting all that glue and stuff like that on there, when you do all of that, it does take your edges.
Oh yeah,
out.
it
Get
brings
out
your
here.
edges out, and so that forces them to have to wear the wigs even more because
and then they have
So-
they
so-
have a receding hairline.
Oh, then hair's different places on your
no.
head.
You
got patches.
They have like in the front. They don't have no edges. and
like
stuff.
their edges are pulled out all in the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we have to. So I'm just
Be
saying.
quiet, Johnny.
How
Don't-
did we get here?
I don't know, but let's talk about Valentine's Day. Do you have a Valentine, Johnny?
I
See? What? Ding! Where's my ding?
Yeah, Johnny, why you got to think we can't have no dead time on the air?
what I'm saying is
You wasn't saying nothing. Is what you was.
She coming for you today, ain't she?
yeah.
Where your Valentine?
I'm gonna buy one. What is she talking about?
Wait. Attention.
A card or something?
Shh.
What does she mean?
Shh. Attention. Johnny Holingshed has a Valentine.
No, he said he was gonna buy one.
He said we're gonna buy a Valentine.
What are y'all talking about? The card or box? What are y'all talking about?
We're talking about Valentine's Day. He didn't. What is he like? Rolling his eyes at me?
No,
is
I'm
he
not.
like telling me to shut up? He don't give me the silence.
I didn't see that at all.
He just like I just be messing up. That's what he do. You see his eyes?
I think Johnny likes to spread the love, and so he has several
No,
Valentines.
I don't. So you're asking me?
Yeah.
Do you have a
Valentine.
Valentine? A girl?
like a.
Oh, now I know what you guys are talking. I didn't know what you were talking
Oh,
about.
don't be playing.
I
Don't be
didn't
playing.
really. I didn't.
But you know,
Well, do you have one?
Yeah, I have a love interest.
Oh, that's
it's news.
good.
It's news.
I
It's
just
news.
didn't know what you all were talking
But you know what though? Let's talk about Valentine's Day because
Yeah.
Denver asked Granddaddy. She says,
about. And it's
"Granddaddy."
only one.
Okay. Oh, but
It's only one.
This is news. This is news.
Get the door.
What?
Everybody come get the door.
What?
Okay, nothing. Go ahead.
Oh,
He's
but,
locked out.
Right.
okay. But I was going to say, I think that during Valentine's And just so we know, is it Valentine's with the N on
Oh,
it, or
that's
Valentine?
Darcina Taylor. Okay, I see what it is.
Is that
I think it's actually Valentine's Day.
with an apostrophe S on the end? That's first of all, let's get it correct. Let's just get it correct right there. Oh, that's Jimmy.
You know, I really.
Yes.
What direction are we going about this Valentine's?
You know what?
Day
A
thing?
lot of relationships, a lot of people really lose and break up over Valentine's
I
Day.
really don't believe in it.
I don't either.
I-
I don't mess with Valentine's Day. I don't fool with Valentine's Day. I don't want to give Henry don't have to give me candy roses. He doesn't have to do that because it's some made up day anyway.
That's it.
And I don't need-
We must be relatives
Mhm.
because
And
I don't
and the
like
reason
it.
why I wanted to talk about it when Emily said Valentine's, I was like, you know what? It's so many women have this thing they looked at on TV, you know, him dropping the rose petals, and they're supposed to be doing all of this. They have all these, you know, if they don't take them out to dinner or to the right place or buy them the right present, man, they might broke and toe up for weeks. And I wanted to just go, I just wanted to put on air. I said, now, you know what? That's some made up day.
It is.
It's not even real. You need to do the history of Valentine's Day.
Right.
It was a very bloody day.
Violent
Mhm.
Very
day.
It
violent.
is.
And if you was, and you know what, the heart is a red heart. Ain't the red represent blood, but
It
people did
does.
kill?
It does. Now I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
We've been, you know, with my husband for a super long time, and I think it's for me the acknowledgement, like and he's never had to go all out for Valentine's Day and, you know, do anything over the top. But for me, it's just merely the acknowledgement. But my birthday is so close to Valentine's Day that it often gets muddled, you know, all kind of into one.
So he gets a
But
break.
not yes and no. I mean, we've never really went over the top for Valentine's Day anyway, because neither one of us are just like, it's Valentine's Day. So I think he tries to make it a point, but sometimes I will like say, okay, well, let's just do this for both and call it a day. But like this year, Donnie, I can't think of the name of her thing, but we're going to be doing a little celebration there on the Saturday. So we're kind of combining the birthday and that. So yeah, I'm not, it's a weird holiday, but it's a fun holiday, but weird. And I think that if a female,
Well, it's actually not a holiday, is it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it is,
a
if you look on the U.S. not federal holidays, but the list of approved holidays through the United States government, if you will, Valentine's Day is actually on that list.
So nobody gets the day off for Valentine's Day.
Who wants a day
And
off?
nobody gets
Right.
double time pay
No,
No,
working
no.
on
because it's not a
Valentine's Day.
federal
It's not a
holiday.
federal holiday. But you know, the reason why I brought it up is that so many people have in their
Yeah.
mind about romance. That's another word you may want to look up. Look up romance. Look it up and see where it comes from. The
Look that
history
up,
of it.
the
you
word
know,
romance.
That kind of thing. But I just know so
We
many
can't
women.
see you, Emily.
So many women have in their mind of what they want for Valentine's Day from the guy. If the guy don't get them flowers or candy, or
Mhm.
if they're not romantic.
But that's basically peer pressure. It really doesn't emanate from that person. She's concerned about it because of what her peers are going to think.
There you go.
Mhm.
It's peer pressure.
I really don't like that. I don't have any
I don't-
respect for Valentine's at all.
Well, okay, so she said romance is a feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love, a quality or feeling of mystery, excitement, and remoteness from everyday life.
You know what?
So that's the definition of romance.
I just think I think that you
Now, why don't you
shouldn't
have respect
anybody,
for Valentine's Day? Tell me.
because I think it's just a bunch of junk, because I think it's a forced way of people to express feelings. I think that, you know, I've seen too many people who on February the 9th and February the 10th, they were angry and had this thing they had this impasse with. But then she said, oops, in 4 more days it's gonna be Valentine's Day. So let me sweeten up a little bit. And
Oh,
I think honestly, I think it's fake. it's not real.
Get you to spend your tax
Yeah,
money.
it's not real. It's not even about the money. It's about, I think that every day ought to be a day of love with the person that you say you love.
I agree.
And I don't think that the stores and the marketing whizzes should be able to trick you into making that be one of the highest sale days of the year on this day. You know, because I think every day you should have a desire to buy your loved one a flower.
You
or
should.
some
You
candy.
should.
But
or
most people
something.
don't. Like
But-
me and my husband, I
But why
agree
do
with
women
you.
accept it as a heartfelt feeling
That's
when
right.
they know
And-
it's only because it's Valentine's Day?
Because it depends. It's their mentality. Every female is different. Like me and my husband, we go out all the time. So going out on Valentine's Day, there's nothing super special about it to us because it's just another day.
Well, Emily, tell me about those blue carnations.
You know what, Raymond? She coming for you. See, it wasn't me this time. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Wait a minute, blue carnation, aren't those rare?
As long as you got a spray can.
Right. You know what? I'm not even laughing with them, Raymond. I'm not laughing with them at all. I'm not. No.
You know, but I would
I'm
just,
not going to be a part of it.
you know, but I agree
Oh,
with
my
you,
God.
Deacon Do Wrong. We'll tell y'all about that those blue carnations, the inside joke.
Yeah, okay.
Emily know about it,
I
and
just
Raymond
thought they were
does too.
very rare flower.
And Raymond know about
I'm
it.
not laughing with them. I'm laughing
But
at them.
All I can say is that Emily was upset with Raymond when he gave her a blue carnation.
I am not laughing with them, for the record. Okay.
You got them from the deep blue sea.
I am not. I have no parts on this conversation. So,
He bought her those roses. He bought her those carnations as a gesture of love.
right, and it was not Valentine's Day, so he just brought it for me for
And the
love,
blue represented water, which flows.
which flows. His love flows. Okay.
But putting all jokes aside, the reason why I'm doing
Why?
It's just simply because I just know I have friends of mine who have expectations about what Valentine is going to be. You know, and they want the rose petals, they want the thing all laid out and stuff like that. And I can tell you, Henry Williams don't do that. Henry Williams don't have now.
And Henry probably excited that he ain't got to do all that.
You know what? Henry said to me that this has been a very easy relationship for him because I tell him what it is I want
Because you miss
and
it.
what I need. That's true because I'm all of that. But I don't believe in him. We don't exchange gifts on Christmas, and we do not exchange gifts on Valentine. We do not.
So y'all exchange gifts the day after, just so you can say it wasn't on Christmas. y'all exchange gift the day on February 15th, just so you can keep up the facade.
I want y'all to call in if you're a person who don't believe in Valentine's. That number is 478-250-1444. Call in if you're a person that agree with Johnny and I that we're not interested in.
I'm really not. I want to be loving every day.
And not only
I don't
that,
want to wait till the 14th of February to be loving. And that's just the first reason why I don't like Valentine's
And let me
Day.
ask you this, and then
There are other reasons,
but
Emily.
it puts so much pressure on your relationship. It really does. It's undue pressure.
It is.
You know, because a guy, if he doesn't do it right, boy, you talking about it
You
from-
just personified my point. They should call it Women's Day because Valentine's Day is directed strictly to the benefit of women.
I
Because
agree.
I can go to a store and I will never bump into ladies rushing to try to get those last boxes of Valentine hearts or those last Valentine Day
That's right.
cards. It's a bunch of men gathered looking stupid. Trying to, hey man, where can I get this from?
Wait. You know,
man.
look,
Hey, man.
look, Jimmy perked up then,
Yeah.
and not only that,
You know where? You know somewhere else we can get. They ran out of here. You know somewhere else we can go.
You know, when we get them little stupid.
And why they
bears,
waiting to the last minute?
wait, them little stupid little bears, and then you see the people on the side of the road. They got these stuff. Now,
You see what I posted on Facebook?
It's a career.
If y'all do not stop charging $75 for them Family Dollar and Dollar Tree baskets, y'all done went and bought all this stuff from Dollar Tree and stuffed it in a basket. Talk about $75.
It's the American dream.
And not only that, and the reason why they do it, because they know men like Johnny hadn't bought it.
Oh, right, exactly. They gonna wait till the last minute.
And they said, "Boy, peace of mind, peace of mind."
Right.
No,
what you got, man? What you got back there in that trunk?
Yeah, you know,
I preach all the time of that these kinds of forced holidays.
I love the word forced holiday.
They are. They're the forced showing of love. Give me a break. I mean, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
But because you care for the lady, and you know that her peers or coworkers or all those other people are going to be looking at her funny, you succumb and you go buy something anyway,
and
so that
just so that she can have something.
Yeah,
on her
and
desk.
it's wrong. That's just
wrong. Let me just tell you that Henry Big Hen sends me something huge for my birthday. It's massive. What he sends, the flowers he does is just gorgeous. But it's for my birthday. It's not for Valentine's Day. I don't want nothing for Valentine's.
But you know what I do love? I love how in elementary school they do, in classroom, they make all of the students have to buy a Valentine for every person in the class. So to me, it makes more sense when it's on the younger elementary level, because they're teaching everybody deserves love. So we need to get something for everybody in the class, as opposed to just get a Valentine for the person you love. Just get a Valentine for the person you like. It kind of teaches them to do it, for everybody in the class. And they do that all the way up until like middle school.
Teaching them love, huh?
But you want to know something though?
So little Johnny comes to school with the same shirt on 4 days in a row. And nobody volunteers to buy little Johnny a shirt on the fifth
I don't
day.
think the kids are paying, the other children are paying attention.
Let me just tell you this. Now, let me just say this. I went out and I bought Denver her Valentine's, cards to exchange. I did it maybe about a week ago. I bought mine early. And because in anticipation that I couldn't get her any Valentine cards. So now I'm just going to say this. What about the little children who don't have a Valentine card?
And that's where the teacher is supposed to come. And that's one of the reasons why they make everybody try to buy for everyone in the class, so that everybody gets something. And even the one kid, exactly. Even if your kid can't bring anything or can't afford anything, that kid still doesn't feel left out. And normally the teacher will kind of make up, because they know by the time Valentine's get here, they know.
They know little Johnny
ain't got it.
Hasn't had any money for the last 364
Right. He ain't had his ice cream
days.
money. He ain't had field trip money.
And let me just say, these teachers, and this is off subject, but I got to say it. I just, I got to say it.
Oh Lord.
Prepare yourself.
We have some wonderful teachers here in Bibb County. And they work very, very hard, and they spend a lot of money out their pocket.
They do.
And it's Valentine's Day, Christmas time, and all those little parties and stuff in their room. They go and they dig in their pocket, and they go and they buy these, they do this. I have to admit that I have not been as supportive as I should have in making sure that some of these teachers had support that they needed when they had these parties or whatever like that.
So you weren't a room parent. You weren't supportive. You just sent your kid to school with notebook, paper, and a pencil.
Well, I did. No, wait. Back when Henry and I didn't have the granddaughter, we didn't do those. We was oblivious. It just went over. But now that we have the granddaughter,
so we're called fam, bro.
Oh yeah, I was the room mama. I made sure my children had, and not only my children, I made sure the whole class had, and would be there to do it. Doing it. But I just know that here in Macon Bibb, we're so quick to talk about how bad the school system is and how bad things are. And I'm like, okay, we're not giving them the kind of support. I just want to throw that in, especially coming up for Valentine's Day, because me and Pop, I think that Johnny need to take and bring my granddaughter's teacher a plate from from Anderson Diner. Now you know how they give out everybody, Valentine. You just bring her a plate of collard greens.
You know what? She coming for you today, and I have no parts in that.
But I still say, I'm all for love.
Me too.
Mhm.
I'm all for love at all times. At all times. I'm not for the government to tell me, okay, today I want you to show you the person you love.
By the way, I'm like, but not only am I
Get
like
out
that,
of here.
you know, I'm like that about, I don't, I'm like that about Mother's Day, and Father's Day, grandparents. You don't need to do that. You just need to be kind to people all the
At all
time.
times.
You don't
Now I
need
want some for Mother's Day. I be stressed out. I need some
See, there you
every
go.
year
There
for
you
Mother's
go.
Day.
There you go.
I want it.
Why?
I want it
Why?
because I do.
I just want to know why
That's
there's no
petty.
Children's Day.
It
a
is. See, we
children's
call
day.
Christmas
When?
Children's Day in my family.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I call Christmas because it's not Jesus' birthday. So I call it Children's Day because the children are the one that benefit the most at Christmas. It ain't us. We lose out every year.
And you know what? And I tell you what. Now, see,
I do. Jim, this is my son. All your life, I call Christmas what?
Children.
But
His whole life.
I see husbands buying their wives cars
But that's
on Christmas.
Oh, yeah. By the way,
I
and
see
that's what
wives
husbands-
buying
I've
their
never
husbands.
experienced that at all.
Hey, Emily. I see wives, but husbands buying their wives cars
Uh-huh.
and wives buying their husbands a tie
You know what?
and some
Oh,
socks.
he said we have a phone call.
Oh, caller.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Uh-oh, we can't hear you.
I can hear you on the radio.
You've got to turn your radio down in your car.
Yeah.
Okay, now talk to us now.
Hello.
So what I heard you talking about is men borrowing their wife's car.
No.
No, sir.
No, that's not what he said at all.
He was
No,
just
that
talking-
was my speech impediment.
He was just saying that women don't buy men cars.
Women don't buy men cars.
No, we were talking about,
Valentine's Day.
yeah, they were saying Christmas was only for, you talking about cards or cars?
Car, C-A-R, car.
Oh, the car thing was about Christmas, and they were saying, I said, why isn't there Children's Day? And they said Christmas was Children's Day. But I said,
That's correct.
Hey, Raymond, I'm gonna bust you out. Is that true?
Christmas is Children's Day.
Hey, Raymond, tell me about them blue flowers.
see,
The blue funeral flowers.
Yeah,
carnations.
the blue carnation.
Yeah, they rubbed off on Emily and told me that all I be buying her these were funeral flowers, and so I just stopped buying the flowers. I don't buy the flowers no more. So
Yes, he do. We have some roses sitting in the middle of our kitchen table right now.
all the flowers I ever buy her was funeral flowers. And I said, well, I mean, roses are funeral flowers too.
No, they ain't.
So she want a plant. She want an orchid or something like that. You know, she want one of them $85, $150.
Because it's not gonna die.
You know,
The flower is gonna die in a few days.
But the orchids and
but she don't take care of the plants or flowers or nothing. So
You're one.
no plant.
Well, you know what, Raymond, I had to say something about it because my friend over here was just making all these comments and stuff like that. And I noticed she was not appreciative of those blue flowers that you went and picked out for her.
You so messy because you was just talking junk about them blue flowers.
I heard
she would
Emily
never.
said nothing about the
Thank
blue
you.
flowers.
Thank you. I didn't say a word.
Well, what happened was
Uh-huh.
They rubbed off on her, didn't they?
they raised up on her, and then that's when she hit me with the hammer about these funeral flowers. You don't know the difference. No, I don't know the difference because any flower could be a funeral flower.
Yeah,
What?
but we
No, but
don't
you
need,
can't pull a weed and get...
yeah, but we don't need to get into domestic violence here
We don't.
with Hammer. But look, so now the mystery's been solved. You know, because grieving families, I've heard them say, I know it was more flowers up there around that casket than that. And now we know Raymond's been taking them folk flowers and giving them to Emily.
And Emily with her unappreciative self, just because a little blue ink.
That's all.
Just a little bit, because a little.
Actually, they was blue, hot pink, and yellow.
You are,
I mean, since we, you
ought to be
We
shaming
apologize
yourself.
today out there, but this is one of those
You ought to be
jovial days. We're
you
just
ought to
having
be-
a little
you ought to
fun.
be
here
Right.
today.
You ought to be shaming yourself. You know, your husband gave you something so wonderful and great, and then just because she got a little blue dye on her hand,
Yeah, yeah.
she had like that's something big.
Yeah.
That wasn't nothing big.
You so
you wash
petty.
it off.
oh, you petty.
Thanks, Raymond, for calling in.
He's gone.
He's gone. Did you know what Emily?
He's gone to the next funeral to get some more flowers.
Because he know
I am not laughing with them. I'm not partaking in this debauchery.
He know he better be right. He know he better be right for Valentine's, though.
I am not. So
Get
just
some
for the
candy.
record, I am not laughing with them.
Get some candy. That's what to do. Get some candy.
I'm just saying.
You know, that's but if he got some hard chocolates, maybe some Godiva chocolate.
No, I don't like all. I'm not that type of girl. Like I don't, chocolates, teddy bears. I'm not. That's not me.
I don't like teddy bears. I don't. But honestly, I did ask Henry for a gift this year, Valentine present, and I never asked him for one. But I did.
Well, it ain't like y'all been together that long. I mean,
but we've been together forever in the soul.
oh, I love it.
I understand that
I love
profoundly.
I want a book. I want that 1619 project book.
Okay.
Y'all know I'm into Black history and stuff like that, and so there's another book, and I can't recall the title of it, but it deals with 3 generations of Black mothers, and I like to read about that. And
Yeah, you want to learn about the other people.
Right.
you so low down.
Yeah, since you have so much colonizer in your bloodstream. But speaking of Black History Month, did you guys see that Bath and Body Works?
Oh my God.
Let's
Okay.
Has-
This is where they leave me out of the conversation.
No, this is valid. Seriously.
No, I'm saying-
Emily is hot. Emily's hot about this.
I don't know.
I'm not. Here's the thing. Okay, so I wasn't gonna make a comment on it at all, but I had several customers come into the store and ask me about it over the last week or so. So I decided to, make a statement because I felt like a statement needed to be made. Now they have a Black History Month collection. Now keep in mind that Bath and Body Works is part of a conglomerate, right? So they own Victoria's Secrets. They own they have a parent company. So this company brings in billions of dollars a year. And I'm not exaggerating. They almost hit $1 trillion last year. Okay, so they decide they're going to do a Black History Month collection. And so they get they have like a shower gel, they have a lotion, they have a candle, and a couple of other products. And they change the packaging and they just put kente cloth on them. So the packaging has kente cloth. The fragrances are not new fragrances. These are fragrances that they've had over 10 years, right? So nothing new. You slap kente cloth on it and you call yourself saying, we honor and support Black History Month, blah, blah, blah. So they say we're going to donate $500,000 to two Black charities, 2 African-American charities. And so everybody, was kind of raving saying, wow, we're asking for inclusion. I said, no. So this is why I had to make the statement. Inclusion is hiring one of the thousands of African-American artists and soap makers such as myself and say, hey, we want to bring you in and we want you to create a product line specifically for the African-American community using scents that reflect our culture or reflect our history from the homeland, from the motherland. Those are things you can do that would actually make me feel like you were really trying to support Black History Month. Really, you're just trying to tap in on the Black dollar because it's the Black History Month. So what I said on Facebook is if you actually want to support anything for Black History Month, then go buy from a Black-owned business. That's your best thing. That's the best bet you can do. Because keep in mind, you're buying from them, but that's still a white-owned company.
And by the way,
The CEO is Caucasian.
Yeah.
The CFO is Caucasian. The president is Caucasian. Everybody in the ladder at Bath and Body Works is Caucasian. So when you go and buy from them, you're not giving any money to the Black community. You're giving money to the CEO of that conglomerate. So if you really want to support a Black business or support Black History Month, then just simply buy from a Black-owned business.
now I have
That's
to agree.
it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
You know what? And I'm glad that she did it.
Yeah.
Because see, you know, we're having this conversation, and I can't think of the House bill right now because my mind is going blank. Critical race theory that is really being is being rolled out so that we can know so that correct history will not be taught in schools, because there are some people, white people, not all, but some, who say, oh my goodness, if you teach right history, then what's going to happen is you don't have anything good to say about white people. Well, in history, it wasn't a whole lot of good things to say about some of the things that white people have done. Not all of them. I'm saying some of them. So when I heard about the kente cloth, when I was like, I got 38 hot. So you think you can just go in as instead of Black folk raising up and talking about it, they running down there again. Boy, they got them some new scents down there. They done took and wrap them some packaging on it, and they call it the Black history. That ain't Black history.
It sure ain't. It was literally, when I say I was insulted by it, I honestly was insulted by it.
It's condescending. It's actually condescending that you would think that Black people are so shallow that we would go down and we go buy something just because you got some black, red, and green on it. Yeah,
because they put kente cloth on it. And like I said, what's most important to me and most insulting is that they didn't, even if you didn't hire an African-American artisan maker, you could have at least come up with a new scent. They're not even new scents. It's like a slap in the face. It's like that piece of cake that's been sitting there, and you went and shaved off the icing and just put some fresh icing on it. It's the same cake. You just made it look pretty, but it's the same cake, same flavor, same everything. It has been for the last 10 years, and you just scraped off the icing and put some fresh icing on it.
And let me just tell you what this looks like.
So they've been exposed.
Right. And let me just say where it goes back to.
Oh, and Ebony, let me say this real quick. And Ebony actually did a whole article on it. Ebony magazine, it's an Essence magazine. It's all over the internet. They're insulted. So it's not just me. Like, people are outraged.
And by the way, it's the same way. And let me just go back. But it's just kind of a different kind of twist. When Black people couldn't, when they had inventions, they couldn't put their name on it. People take it, you know what I'm saying? Repackage it, pretend like it's theirs. It's the same old that's been going on since we've been brought over here.
But we perpetuate the behavior because it's so many millions of us that are going to run out down there and buy those candles. They're going to buy that stuff just because it has a kente cloth print on it.
And they're going to go there and get them some print. They're going to get them some Valentine baskets.
But here's the catch can. Here's the deal.
What?
So on the flip side, don't those kinds of businesses offer incentives for sales or bonuses?
No,
not anymore.
No. They only get
what store is this?
This is Bath and Body Works. They're hourly employees.
So they don't get any kind of
they don't get
sales reward.
No.
Anything. And another thing is
$500,000 ain't worth nothing,
right?
Because what they should have done is take some of that money they got, and they're talking about they give it to a Black charity, which we don't know who that is. That could be
I put it in there, but I forgot who it was. But I think the key to it is that you're talking about a company that's $1 billion a year company. And then $500,000, they make that in one day. This is a worldwide international brand. They have Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secrets all over the world. So when you say a company that's close to making $1 trillion only is going to give $500,000, that's like me saying I'm going to give Brenda's charity $1.
And by the way, and see,
it's an insult.
It is, and the problem is, which lets me know about the head of the company don't know anything
of course
about
not.
Black people, because if they knew something about, and I know that we're not monolithic thinkers, but if they knew something, there's no way in the world they would have allowed that mess to go through.
So do they have any African-American Black
In the
employees,
leadership,
employees
Yeah, they got the
Of
worker
at
course,
the
bees.
Bath and Body
Yes,
Works
they
place.
got a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
worker bees. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
But I'm just
wonder
talking-
how they feel about it.
they gonna get
I've
their
had
check.
some that have said that they feel, basically along the same lines as I feel. But I
But
mean,
they
it's
got to feed their
They gotta
families,
feed
right,
so they
exactly.
can't.
But
So
they-
that's what I'm saying. In so many different arenas in this country,
Mm-hmm.
that's why there's not the movement that we think we ought to have, because there are so many people in the position of those workers
But-
of the Bath and Body Work
Mm-hmm.
in other arenas and other
I got
things.
that.
You know what I mean?
I got
Mhm.
that.
And that's why we really can't get the movement we want in so many other instances, because there's somebody who works for that company or
We got a
conglomerate
caller.
that's
Caller?
not doing right.
Hello, hello, caller.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, how are you?
I've been Pac-Manning all the way from Gwinnett, coming back to Macon, and this is Raymond.
Hey, Raymond.
Yeah, I'm on 11 now. I Pac-Man all the way from Gwinnett. I was up in Stone Mountain earlier.
Okay.
What is your comment?
What's your comment, Raymond? We're talking about.
I don't know what y'all were talking about, but I just called back because I was instructed to call.
Okay. Well, we
So that's over with. Y'all done moved on?
yeah, we moved.
Yeah. We're talking about Bath and Body Works and their Black History product line that they've come out for Black History Month.
That watered down thing where you buy 2 and get 3 free.
Oh, let's go
Yeah.
ahead and shut him down. Oh, go ahead and shut him down. Hey, shut him down because he's trying to get him some free advertising. Wait.
I ain't say their name.
I said they name.
Shut him down. Shut him down, Mr. Jackson. Shut him down. But my challenge with that is you've got all these wonderful people like you, Emily, who are out there doing the work.
Oh, thank
who
you.
have the business.
Agreed.
And just go say, I have turned on a lot of people to your shop, especially, and I say with crusty feet and things like that. If you've got some really, you've got some hard, dry feet or something like that, there is nothing better than Emily's body butter that you put.
That butter is butter.
It's great.
I'm saying it's
Yeah,
butter.
And that's because she, in fact, one of my dear friends used it, and she said that her feet was just really cracked, and so she was able to go and it healed it. My point to you, she was absolutely correct.
Oh yeah.
That they should have gone to someone else and elevated them and pulled them up to let folk know, that they really are attuned to the needs of the Black community. But when you come in, you do some of this condescending mess that they did, and then you've got some Black folk. Well, and I'm sure they went to some Black person that worked there. What you think about this? Well, I think that thing is really good.
And that's what I was getting at, is that the people who work there, that's African American or Black,
the one
they should have been the ones that said,
it was somebody in
Hey,
leadership. It was somebody in leadership that kissed that.
Yeah, because they
No,
they just go to work.
That's not what I'm saying. But I still say
The worker bees couldn't have said a word.
Well, I believe they did, Johnny. According to what you're saying, I believe that some people did
that's where
spoke
the
out.
real change
but
is gonna come.
I mean,
But
essentially, it's kind of like if you're the owner of the company and some of your lower level employees say, well, I feel like this. You feel like, well, I have all of these analysts and people that I pay millions of dollars to tell me what would work best. I don't care about what y'all saying because these professionals say that this is what's going to work best. So I believe that they did face opposition, but they just thought that it was the best thing to do. And because they didn't actually listen to the voice of the people, feel the culture of what's going on in the country right now. They didn't care about that. They just knew that with us, the way we think in our mentality, if I throw some kente cloth print and I put Black History Month, power to the people, we're going to run out and say, they finally thought of us after 40 years, because that company's been around for 40 years. They finally thought about us and they just, oh, wow, I'm going to get this. And they know how we think. They know how we operate. And I know this for a fact. They hire marketing companies to tell them how Black people think, how should I market this product so that the African Americans will buy it? What should I do? So that's why they threw that little, what we call in the business, the juicy free offer, which is not free to us, but we're going to throw in, make it even better. Every time you buy some of this, we're going to take some of the proceeds and send it over to this charity and send it over to that charity. We're committed to sending $500,000 to these charities. And so we get excited because, you know, whether it's the NAACP, I forget which two charities it is, but they're going to give money. So when I buy this, the money is going to read the fine line. They said a portion of the proceeds. When you know that a company makes $1 trillion a year and they say we're going to give $500,000, that's a joke. That's a joke. It's a slap in the face. Now, another company that actually put their money where their mouth was, which H&M. Now, H&M did a 365 Black movement. It started back last year, this past Christmas season, where they actually showcased Black entrepreneurs and brought them to their flagship store, which was in New York Times Square. One of my friends actually won that grant. It was sponsored by H&M, and she owns Copper and Brass Paper Goods. It's an African-American line of greeting cards and paper, stationery, ink pens, all kind of stuff like that. And she has African-American gift wrapping paper. So H&M sponsored her and her company to come down to New York during Black Friday. And every gift that was bought at H&M at their flagship store was gift wrapped using her African-American gift wrapping paper. And they had an entire whole floor, because I think that store in Times Square has four levels on it, I believe. And so the entire level of one of the stores was dedicated to nothing but African American businesses. Now that's what I mean about doing the right thing.
By the way, and I can tell whoever did the marketing analysis for them was probably the same person that made those Stay Woke t-shirts for Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
See, because he had those Stay Woke t-shirts. And so, woke, for us, is a sign of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So those of us who are conscious saw Stay Woke. We were, they thought that it would register in my mind. Oh, he said, get woke. Stay, he's really No, he wasn't in tune with Black people,
Mm-hmm.
Black culture. He was not.
Mm-hmm.
But the facade was there, the same way you took and you wrapped up that candle with the kente cloth and the
Mm-hmm.
mud cloth. You just wrapped over some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Just like Valentine's Day, you put a heart on a card. You put a heart on a card and Cupid on a card, and you get people to make that one of the best-selling days of candies
Mm-hmm.
and cards and teddy bears.
Now,
of the year. It's the same thing.
By the way, and what you need to know is they're going after the black male audience, because they know that you're going to run down there to Bath and Body Works, and
Mm-hmm.
you're going to, instead of, and you're going to buy a basket.
Yeah, baby, I thought of you. See, it got the kente cloth on it and everything. I know you like natural hair and all that stuff. So let me buy. And the product ain't a bit more natural than a man in the moon. But because it got that kente cloth on the front, I bought this for you, baby. See, I thought about you. You could put it right up here on the mantle, and we could do this.
This is that special melanin soap.
Right.
And that's why, I kind of brought out about the critical, I was talking about my book and everything. There's so much conversation going on about critical race theory, which is going to be used to try to take and demonize, like as a presenting right history, which is what you're talking about. Tell the people the truth about it.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Georgia Women's we're going to have a Lunch and Learn series going to be on Facebook Live on Wednesday from 12 to 1. I hope y'all come out. Dr. Fontenot is going to be
When is it?
It's Wednesday.
What time?
Facebook Live from 12 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree
And we're
with
going to
you
be talking about
truth.
the truth, talking about true history.
So we need to start telling people that it was Claudette Colvin.
That's right.
Who was the first one that refused her seat in
That's right.
Alabama.
Mhm.
It was not
Rosa Parks.
And you want to know
Right.
why?
Because she was light skinned and pretty, and she fit the mold
Rosa Parks,
better.
But
she was more marketable.
But Claudette,
Exactly.
But Claudette was 15. She got pregnant.
They said she was more marketable.
But
The
Mhm.
SCLC.
Mhm.
But let me just tell you what
Mhm.
they said that from what I read is that they would go back, and when they presented her case, they would focus on the fact that she was pregnant which she was, so she did have a rough life, but they would focus on that, and she was dark skinned, nappy hair, and that kind of thing. So it ain't even nappy hair; it's really good hair to me. But you know, they would focus on things that didn't
Good
even
and bad hair. Okay.
But you know,
School
See bad hair, good or bad hair.
I used to love that song.
but you know,
Okay.
but you know, the truth. You know, there's so much truth about history.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it, see, this is the problem with not presenting the truth. It repeats itself.
Mm-hmm.
You see, right now, it's starting right over again. You take and put something, you know, Bath and Body Works. They figured they got away with it.
Mhm.
They did it because, you know, they thought that black people was, well, maybe the kind of black people they were targeting were the woke ones who wore the woke t-shirts. I'm just saying, I don't know. But they really thought that we were stupid. And that we would just look over, we would just gloss over and say, oh, well, you know, we just want that kente cloth. And they had no idea that they would get the backlash. But contrary to what you said, it's not the people in the store that's the problem. If we want to deal with Bath and Body Works, we need to deal with them just like we're dealing with it. You need you some bad products and stuff. Go see Emily at the Naturalista.
And what are her locations? What's the address?
Oh, it's Warner Robins or Byron, technically 6009 Watson Boulevard, and that's Suite 410. Again, 6009 Watson Boulevard, Suite 410.
And if you need a basket, fellas, don't worry about that kuta cloth, that kuta kenta, whatever they got going on up in there. Don't worry about that cloth. I'm here to tell you that Emily will wrap it real pretty for you, and she'll have it ready for you. You know, and you may need to get you one. I'm just saying, but cause Henry always get me something like that. But I'm just saying, it repeats itself if you don't stop it. If you don't stop the notion, I'm very angry about that.
And I think the importance, and I had a conversation with this, and I'm gonna say it real quickly because we're about to go.
Right.
It's not. I love my business, and of course, I promote my business. And I want people to stop thinking that what I'm saying is just I'm just trying to get people to come to my store. I need them to understand the importance of spending their dollars with us instead of going to Bath and Body Works. It's not, you know, I mean, in hindsight, don't we all want to be wealthy? Don't we all want to have, you know, a couple of more zeros behind our paycheck? So I'm not going to be remiss to say that, you know, I don't want that. Yes, I do. But to understand how important it is to spend your dollars with an African-American business, a legitimate African-American owned business, is important for us as a people, as a culture, and as a city. It's important.
And let me just say this,
I agree.
and get you a black lawyer.
Right.
You know, a lot of times people won't go. Well, I won't say Henry has. You know, he's basically semi-retired, but a lot of times we have black professionals right here that are doing a really good work. Black folk won't go to them, and they've gone to the same schools. They had to work harder, twice as hard to get the same grade, but yet and still we won't go to them. We'll go to somebody else who probably made a D and barely got through, or some sort of legacy admission. So I don't have, and let me just say, I don't have a problem with white people calling part white now. I acknowledge.
We can tell.
I acknowledge my whiteness. You know, I'm all with it. But I also have to make sure that we understand that we need to support people who look like us and recognize we wouldn't even need Black History Month if our history was being taught. That's the only reason why you got it, because we're not, you know, because it's not being taught.
Right.
Oh, thank
Absolutely.
you. Somebody said happy birthday, Emily. Thank you.
When is your birthday, Emily?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, you got to sing happy birthday.
It's probably been the whole month.
Yeah.
It started in February 1st, didn't it?
Oh, no, I don't do that. That's so silly. That annoys me.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. No, I haven't said a word about it. It's tomorrow. And
Happiest birthday.
Happy
Emily.
birthday. Happy birthday.
I just see he put it up here on the screen.
Yeah, that was very nice. Hey, listen, I want to do this is way different from what we've been talking about all day, but I just wanted to say here in Macon, we lost a musician and a friend that is touched so many people here in this area. Kenneth Boo Boo Robinson. We just want to say that to everybody that is concerned, just remain prayerful. And the Lord will make a way somehow. So just be patient.
Yes, patient.
Trust God. Sometimes it is appropriate to be proactive. And at other times, you just wait on God.
That's right.
And just wait on it.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Steve.
You know.
All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you guys next Monday. Okay,
Peace out.
5:30.
All right.
Emily's a year older.
So all of a sudden, join them every Monday evening from 5:30 to 6:30. All of a sudden, with your host, Brenda Sutton. That's every Monday. We'll see you there.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300E.